I grew up in a quiet neighborhood where everyone knew each other's business. On our street lived an old man named Walter. He drove a rusty pickup truck that looked like it was held together by luck, wore the same faded jackets every winter, and spent most of his days tending a small garden behind his house. Kids thought he was poor. Adults thought he was struggling. Whenever people talked about wealth in the neighborhood, Walter's name never came up. For years, nothing about him suggested otherwise. He never took expensive vacations, never renovated his home, and never bought anything flashy. In fact, some neighbors occasionally brought him food because they genuinely believed he couldn't afford much. Walter always accepted with a smile but never complained about money or asked anyone for help. Then one spring, Walter passed away. It was sad, but most people assumed his small house would quietly be sold, and that would be the end of it. A few weeks later, however, attorneys started visiting the neighborhood. Then bankers, then real estate agents. Rumors spread quickly. Nobody knew what was happening until details of his estate became public. Walter had quietly accumulated a fortune worth over $8 million. The entire neighborhood was stunned. As it turned out, Walter had started investing in dividend-paying stocks decades earlier. Every paycheck he earned during his working years went into investments. He avoided debt, rarely spent money on things he didn't need, and reinvested nearly every dividend he received. While everyone else was chasing bigger houses, newer cars, and expensive lifestyles, Walter was buying ownership in businesses and letting time do the work. The biggest surprise came from his will. A large portion of his fortune wasn't left to distant relatives. Instead, he donated millions to local scholarships, libraries, and community programs. The same people who thought he needed financial help discovered he had been quietly helping others for years without anyone knowing. One reporter later asked a family friend why Walter never told anyone he was wealthy. The friend smiled and said, "Because he wanted freedom, not attention. Attention is expensive. Freedom is priceless." That's when I learned that wealth and appearance are often two completely different things. Some people spend money to look rich. Others stay rich because they never feel the need to look it.